G'day, my name's Phil. Welcome to the video. This is a quick review and unboxing of the Minelab Gold Monster 2000. I haven't even opened this up yet, but I've actually used one of these. I actually got the chance to use the Minelab Gold Monster 2000 pre-release model back in June 2025. Headphone jack, coil, battery. How's that? That was just as I was filming. Look at that piece. That's pretty decent to find that. I don't know. Yeah, you probably picked that up on a 6000 maybe. But there's a lot of iron around here. There's a lot of junk and tins and stuff. So, backstory. So I won a prize. Minelab put out this competition. No, I didn't win this, by the way. I had to buy this. Minelab put out a competition called, in Australia only, called the Ultimate Minelab Gold Experience, and you had to buy a detector within a certain time frame. And I purchased the Minelab Manticore, so I bought the Manticore, great machine, and I won this trip. So the trip was a 7-day all-inclusive gold prospecting trip, camping in the middle of Western Australia, with food and everything supplied in gold-bearing land, and given the detectors to use and all the equipment needed for the trip. The tour group that ran the event and that continued to run the event is called Gold and Relics, and they're a great group of guys, family-owned business. You can go out with them anywhere in the world. You can book it in, come to Australia, camp in the real Australian outback, and look for gold. And any gold you get to keep. So I got the chance to go there. We were all using the GPX 6000s. Thank you, Lord. That is a piece. Great. That's cool. And we're using those, but one of the key guys from Minelab was there the whole time, which made the trip really good. He was there. I don't know if I can say your name, mate, but he's one of the main guys in Australia for Minelab, and he actually brought the pre-release 2000, and we all looked at it and thought, oh yeah, it's another 1000. Looked kind of similar, but then when you picked it up, we soon realized, hang on, this is not a Gold Monster 1000. We got to play with it in Western Australia in the hottest soils, iron-rich, hot rocks, and found gold. So, quick claim to fame. Because I was there and because Minelab was there, they just pulled this unit out of the factory to test, and apparently I'm the 5th person in the world to have found gold with the Minelab Gold Monster 2000. So I found 2 pieces within an hour, and it was really fun to use, super light to swing. And a couple of the other guys started playing with it. There was this Kiwi guy, this New Zealander. He had jumped into this trip last minute. They had one spot left. He paid a few $1,000, flew over from New Zealand to go prospecting. I don't know if he had any experience before, but he was having no luck. He found nothing. And we got halfway through the week, and every night we would tally up our little bits of gold, and some days I found gold, other days I didn't, but everyone was doing their little tally, and he was that one guy who just found nothing, and I felt really sad for him. Anyway, he picked up the 2000, thought he'd have a go, and that day he picked about 11 pieces or something like that out of a small riverbed, dry riverbed. Gold Monster 2000. Is that it there?
Yeah.
Yep. That's amazing to catch that.
The clunk.
Yeah, the little clonk. And he just kept digging up bits. I think he got a pocket or something. So he was stoked. So he was really happy. We were all happy and cheering for him. And as you can expect for the rest of the week, he just wanted to use this. So yes, it's not a 6000. It probably isn't going to have the depth that you'll get with a 6000, but I have heard some people getting over 5-6 inches with this coil. And what this is really good at is discrimination, discernment in hot ground, and ease of use. It is so easy to use. If you've never used a detector before and you're looking specifically for gold in gold-rich areas, this is what I'd recommend. Yeah, I'm not sponsored by Minelab. I bought this thing for $3,000, and that seems like a lot of money Australian, because it looks like the 1000, but just because Minelab has used the same form factor and the same packaging and marketing of the 1000, it doesn't mean that it is. It's a different unit. The control box is bigger, the tech inside it, the hardware is different, and I think they've put a lot into it. It's completely new technology. The sounds as well are what really set this apart. The way that the audio discerns and discriminates the ground. Like I was pulling, I was running over iron and I just knew that it was iron. I was so confident not to dig. And I did find lead shot with this really easy. That was the pre-release model, which is always a good sign if you're finding lead. And pulled gold out with it, and I was just really happy with it. So easy to swing. So yeah, so I think, I think this is a good machine if you're a new person. It's not a 1000, and it's different to an SDC 2300 or a GPX 6000. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun machine to use going forward. And I think also what this machine is really good for is for taking it to flogged out areas that have been hit by 6000s, 4500s, 5000s, 7000s. And I think that you're going to find this machine is going to pick up gold that even the SDC 2300 has missed, even that the 6000 has missed. They'll pick up very fine gold, but this is another level. And if you're picking up very fine gold in an area that other machines haven't, then and it's going to add up pretty quick. So I have seen photos of people getting multi-grammers with this machine, so there's not a problem with it finding larger gold, but it's really good at discerning super fine gold, even in a really trashy spot where I've seen one footage of one guy using it, and it was discerning a fine piece of gold that was right next to a piece of iron, like literally sitting on a piece of iron, and it still gave enough target ID for the guy to dig it. So yeah, that's the thing that this machine is. You're going to be able to take this to flogged out territory that's been hit really hard by other detectorists and find gold there. Alrighty, so the box is pretty small, hey, like it's very tightly packed together, which is pretty good. It shows you how small it can pack down. Just like the 1000, it was packaged pretty small. First thing you notice, there's a Minelab seal on there. Have a bit of a look in there, see what we got. Okay, so here we go with the quick start guide. We've got, I guess that's instructions and safety information. Talks about how to put it together, all the assembly, because it's in bits. There's the control box itself. Definitely a much larger display than the 1000. Okay, you've got your earphone / headphone jack, your coil connector. So yeah, that's the unit itself. Put that aside for a sec. Don't want to drop that, it's where the money is. So, okay, we've got some kind of adapter that they've used so you can run a different pole, I believe that is. What do they call that? They've called that a shaft clamp and universal shaft adapter. Then you've got a 12 volt car charger, which is really great that they don't make you pay extra for that. Big thumbs up to Minelab, because usually that's an opportunity to sell another item, you know, for another 50, 100, 70, 80, $200, whatever. Great that you've included the car charger with it. When you're out on the field, that's where you're going to be using it, because you got to get out there. There's no mains power out there usually. Super light carbon shaft. I believe that is, I think that's the mid shaft. I'm not sure what that is. Super lightweight. Love carbon fiber shafts on a detector. Here is the cuff thing for your arm and the coil. Brilliant little coil, very small, 5-inch Minelab GM 2000. No, the 1000 coils will not work on this machine. That'll be chipped out and specifically designed to function only with the Gold Monster 2000. And maybe the coil cover might fit though. There's the double D coil in there. It's a double D VLF with pulse induction aspects, which is the technology of the unit. They have given me a spare, so you get a spare coil cover, which is good. I didn't know you got that. I didn't know that came with it. That's some earbuds in there. Let's have a quick look at those, just so you can get an idea of what sort of design they are, because there's a million different designs of earbuds. Similar, actually that's a similar form factor to an iPhone earbud without the stem, the shape. So you can do a bit of hunting without everyone having to hear that you've just found a lot of gold, hopefully. That's the theory. Or obviously I like using headphones or earphones when I'm detecting pretty much 100% of the time, because I can hear the nuances, hear what's going on. And then we've got the AC adapter with international fittings for different countries. Thankfully the one that suits my country as well. And yeah, AC adapter. These two boxes, now those are going to be the batteries. Now I just want to say, I'm really glad, and I didn't expect that Minelab would ship 2 batteries with their detector. The fact that they've shipped out 2 batteries when the opportunity would have existed for Minelab to just sell a second battery at a premium, they've given it with the detector, which is fantastic. Plugs similar design to the 1000 there, I believe. 7.2 cell, so there'll be 2 lithium ion cells in there. Yes, they're lithium ion cells. Like to be stored at 50% generally, but they'll last all day. And there's 2 of them, which is thumbs up. So I got to be excited about that. I like batteries. And the last thing that's in here, the last bits of the shaft. So this is the shaft that goes on the very end. I believe that that's a fiberglass shaft, but it's still very light because carbon can interfere with the magnetic EMF sensing of the coil. You can use carbon fiber shafts all the way, I have before, but it may interfere or slightly get in the way. Minelab's decided that they're going to use fiberglass, which is great. All in all, looks pretty good. 2 batteries, big thumbs up for 2 batteries. It's such a pain in the butt having to buy another battery, because they always cost a lot of money to have to buy generally. But the fact that it comes with 2, sorry, I've said that a lot. Just find that really good. So we'll get this thing put together and see how it goes. Good job, Minelab. Now it's just got to find gold and pay for itself. That would be good. Maybe this battery actually would be the same as the GM 1000. There's a chance. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. And it might actually fit. It might be the one thing that is compatible. So got it all put together. Pretty quick and easy to do. Super light. I just weighed it just over 1.2 kilos, 1200 grams. And yeah, just got a couple of detectors in the background here. That's a 4500. Got the manticore and the Xterra Elite. Here's the newie. The trick is now to make this pay for itself. Hear that little chirp at the end? That means it's a good conductor. So that's a low conductor. That's platinum. Yeah, hopefully get this thing earning its keep. If you've come this far, thanks for watching. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you on the next one. Happy hunting. Take care.